I'm being joined by Mr. Mohammed Dogundo, who is the Publicity Secretary of the PDP. Thanks so much indeed for coming tonight on the program.
Thank you, Mr. Shehu.
On the eye of the law, it doesn't look like you have a national secretary.
Who said so?
It does look like, as far as the law and the court papers are concerned, you have a suspended national secretary.
Can you show me where any court in Nigeria or any decision of the National Working Committee of the PDP that suspended Senator Samuel Anyanwu? As at today, and as I speak with you, there is no any court order that validated or that suspended Senator Samuel Anyanwu. So it is surprising and shocking that all over the media space, we have stories, misleading reports that Senator Samuel Anyanwu was suspended and the court validated and affirmed his suspension.
Okay, so let's dig deeper. We look at the fundamentals now.
Yes.
When Senator Samuel Anyanwu is appealing, does it not automatically means that the High Court, the suspension in the High Court judgment or that ruling remain binding for now?
Yes, you need to look at first what were the issues at the FCT High Court before Justice Halilu. What was the decision of the January 12, 2026 decision or judgment of Justice Halilu? Senator Samuel Anyanwu simply approached the FCT High Court to challenge the proceedings and composition of the then disciplinary committee headed by Tom Ikimi. That was the basic reliefs sought by Samuel Anyanwu and not his suspension, because that committee only recommended for his suspension. And that recommendation was never taken and was never even given any single consideration by either the NWC of the party or the NEC of the PDP. In fact, as a matter of fact, that committee, having regard to section chapter 10, article 57, sub 1 of the PDP constitution, the NWC now look at it that, okay, that committee, headed by Tom Ikimi, was constituted in disobedience, in violation of this particular chapter I mentioned to you, chapter 10, 57, sub 1, where it stated that you need only 7, it used the word shall, only 7 people, members as disciplinary committee. Unfortunately, the Tom Ikimi group had almost about 26 membership in that committee. And looking into that, the Damagun NWC and NEC decided not to even give a minute consideration to the Tom Ikimi recommendation. So this appeal that was indeed filed by Anyanwu on the 10th of April, it was inadvertently filed.
Dogundo,
I am coming. Just a second.
Are you a lawyer?
I am just a second.
I'm asking you, are you a lawyer?
I am not a lawyer.
Did you read the appeal by Mr. Anyanwu?
I read it, and I'm telling you that that appeal was inadvertently filed. And as it is today, the party has instructed the lawyers to withdraw that appeal because it is no longer necessary. The judgment of the Justice Halilu dismissed the suit filed by Senator Anyanwu for lacking jurisdiction because there are preliminary objections against the suit itself. So, having considered that this suit was dismissed and it was not a judgment that validated any suspension because there was no any suspension anywhere. In fact, if you look at the date, judgment was delivered as far back as January 12th, and an appeal coming just this month, 3 months after. It could clearly tell you that this is a case that the party had no...
So the appeal has been withdrawn?
We have instructed the lawyers to withdraw that appeal.
You discovered that it was an error?
It was an error. It is unnecessary.
Okay.
It was merely unnecessary.
So now... Did you read the judgment also?
I read it very well.
You read all the letters and the intent
pages
of the judgment? Very
well, over 100 pages,
so,
about 170 pages.
And it talks about the disciplinary measure
Yes.
The criminal aspect of the offenses allegedly committed and validated by that judgment. It talks about what he did and what he did not do, and as espoused by the report of the disciplinary committee, which was captured in the appeal that you said was inadvertently filed in court. And then those who were saying this is a Jankara situation that is going on. That as far as the law is concerned and that judgment is concerned, your group of the party does not have a national secretary. As such, every decision, including the National Convention held at the Velodrome last month, is invalid.
That is completely misleading. The judgment you are making reference to of that of Justice Halilu dismissed the suit. It did not validate. It did not validate any action.
Did you read all the release?
I saw all the release
and all of the verdict as captured by that judgment.
Very well. I told you it's about 118 pages.
So what do you make, Mr. Mohammed Jogundo, about the position of the court as to the misdemeanor, the activities and the allegations against Senator Anyanwu that led to the constitution of that committee?
That is not the issue because it has been overtaken by events. The issue at stake now is there was an appeal inadvertently filed by Senator Anyanwu, and the party has asked lawyers to withdraw that appeal. And when you look at the judgment of the January 12th by Justice Halilu, it did not validate any suspension because the issues and the reliefs and the bone of contention before Justice Halilu was not the issue of suspension. Anyanwu was simply challenging the proceedings of the disciplinary committee headed by Tom Ikimi. And that committee only recommended to the NWC for suspension of Samuel Anyanwu. And the NWC never acted on that recommendation.
So is your position...
Because that committee in itself, from the beginning till the end, was constituted in violation of Chapter 10, Article 57, Sub 1 of the PDP.
So let's establish it. Is your position that Mr. Anyanwu is not expelled?
Not at all.
Is your position that whatever that has been filed as appeal?
Not only my point. It is the position of the law that Senator Samuel Anyanwu has never been expelled from the party.
Right. Mr. Jogundo Mohammed.
And our own convention, held 29/30th, was conducted in full support and backing of the Court of Law and other extant rules. So we have a valid National Working Committee, and we are calling on all members of the party to come forward and pick their nomination forms whenever the NWC releases timetable and commences the sales of nomination forms.
Mr. Mohammed Jogundo, National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, thank you so much indeed.
Thank you very much, Mr.
And I wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
We need all of the luck in the coming days.